So today I'll be talking about how to deal with criticism. Now, as a footballer, it's inevitable you're gonna deal with criticism. Literally from grassroots level all the way up to the pro level, you're gonna hear criticism from somebody. Somebody's not really gonna like a part of your game, and they're gonna tell you about it, and it's your job to just deal with it, just roll with the punches, and just basically just get on with it, basically. So this could come from teammates, from coaches, from if you get to that level, it comes from the fans as well. So today I'll be teaching you how to deal with criticism. And now the first point is literally just focus on actions and not your identity. Now, what I mean by this is like when you focus on if somebody criticizes your game, I'm saying don't take it personally. Don't take it personally because that makes you sort of emotional and weak. And what I mean by this is that if someone just says to you, "Oh, you're a shit player," don't take it as don't start thinking to yourself, "Oh, I'm not a shit player," like and start going back and forth with the guy because ultimately that's just his opinion. If he thinks you're shit, he thinks you're shit. But obviously if he calls you shit, just be like, "Yo, I'm not." Just tell yourself, "Yo, I'm not a shit player. I just happen to have a shit game today. It happens to everybody." And we just move on to the next game. Maybe that's the first time the guy's ever seen you play. So literally just roll with the punches and literally just tell yourself, "Yo, I ain't a shit player, but I just had a shit game today. It is what it is." Like I said, it might be the first time the guy's seen you play and he's never seen, the previous 5 games where you balled out and had man of the match performances. So like I said, that's the first point. Just don't take the attacks personally. Literally just focus on the actions and not, no, it's not an attack on your character, an attack on your identity. Like I said, literally this applies for anything. If you let's say you're 2v1, you're attacking 2v1. Instead of passing to your teammate, you decide to shoot, but unfortunately you miss at the near post. And then afterwards, or literally in that moment, your teammate's saying you're greedy, you're selfish, you're this, you're that, and basically you just ripping into you, whether it's after the game in the change room or there on the pitch. Instead of what I'm saying, getting emotional and being like, "Oh, I'm not greedy," and then you start going back and forth with him, and then you start talking about, "Oh, but remember that time 3 games ago you didn't pass to me there," and then he's now saying, "Oh, but you never passed to me, blah blah blah." Instead of doing all of that, just be like, "Yo," just be like, "Yo, my bad," and then just tell yourself, "Yo, I ain't a greedy player, I ain't a selfish player, but obviously maybe there I was a bit selfish, in that particular play I was a bit selfish. Let me pan up next. Let me pan up next time. Let me make the correct decision next time." Because ultimately, hey, there's them moments where it's like it is a 2v1. The right play was to pass to that guy, but maybe you were 3-0 up, 4-0 up, and you just wanted to get a goal for yourself. Like that's understandable. But yo, if your teammates are calling you greedy, calling you selfish, just be like, "Yo, I ain't a greedy player. I'm not a selfish player, but what I did there, it was pretty greedy. I can't lie. It was a selfish play from me. I'll do better next time." And obviously, all you have to do is just rectify the mistakes next time, and then you just move on with the punches. You don't, like I said, it's not an attack on your character. It's not that the guy hates you or that whoever's criticizing you. It's not that they hate you. It's just their opinion. It's what they see. And you just have to live with that because, like I said, can't be perfect. Not everyone's gonna like you. Not everyone's gonna call you perfect. Yo, they even crucified Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So you can't. No, nobody's perfect. Someone's gonna find something wrong with you. You might even do good things. Let's say you're a number 10 and you get 20 assists a season. There's gonna be people out there criticizing you for not scoring enough goals. Maybe you get 5 goals, but you get 25 assists in a single season. On the surface, everyone's looking at that like, "Oh, this guy's a playmaker. Like this guy baller, like this guy had a great season." But then there's gonna be certain people who will be like, "Yeah, he can pass, but he doesn't get enough goals for me. Like there's this other player, he scores more goals than him," and it's like, and then you just sit there thinking like, "Bro, what can I do?" And the end result is that you can't do anything about it. It just is what it is. Some people are just always gonna find a fault within you. You just have to live with that. Like I said, whether it's grassroots level all the way up to the pro level, guys have to deal with this all the time. So that's the first point. Just don't, like I said, criticism is never personal. It's not that the person hates you or has something out for you. It's just that, yo, it's their opinion. It is what it is. And then continuing on from that point, you just have to realize that, yo, everyone's entitled to their opinion. Everyone's entitled to judge people. It's most places in the world they have free speech. You know what I'm saying? So everyone's entitled to their opinion. Especially with social media these days, anyone can basically just say anyone about anything. So like I said, you just have to roll with the punches. And also another thing as well is that you have to sort of look at it when you're receiving criticism. You have to look at it as, okay, who's giving me this criticism? Like, is this person's opinion really valid? Like, let's say for example, if it's your coach's opinion, and you know that he's criticizing you, but at the same time he's trying to help. He's really trying to help your game. He's really trying to develop you. He wants you to make it far. Then obviously you take that criticism on board. You just have to be like, all right, cool. What's my coach really saying? Yeah, it hurts my ego a bit that he's saying that a part of my game is not there. It's not up to par. It does hurt my ego, but you just have to say, yo, okay, I'm gonna listen to him because he clearly wants my best intentions at heart. Whereas it might be, there might be a teammate who, from the day he joined the team or you joined the team, he's just been hating on you. He's just being hateful towards you. You feel like he's always trying to put you down. You feel like he's always, and you can see it as well. It's not like he's trying to be constructive. He's not really trying to be, like I said, he's not really trying to help your game. He's just trying to be hateful to you, just trying to put you down. In those situations, you just gotta block those out. You just have to be good at, finding who's actually saying stuff to help you and who's just saying stuff to, get under your skin, being hateful. And like I said, with the teammate analogy, it's just sort of like, yo, you just sort of gotta block that out and just keep doing what you're doing. Just sort of look to other people just to see, all right, cool. If everyone else is saying that I'm playing well, I'm doing my job, but then there's just this one guy who's just constantly hating, constantly saying I'm not doing this good enough, not doing this good enough, then it's clear that this one guy, he's just a hater, and I just need to block him out. He just, I don't know, maybe he's insecure, maybe I'm taking his place in the team, and he's sitting on the bench. Hey, that's him in it. You just gotta learn how to brush that off. I feel like a lot of footballers do this with the fans. But let's be honest, most fans who go to pro football games, you always see those videos of like the fans they'll have their phone out and they'll say something to the players. Most of the time, you just see the players, they'll just sort of brush them off because the players know, like, yo, who's this guy? Like, do you know how? Let's say it's like, I don't know, Pogba at Man United, when Pogba was getting all that abuse, all that hate. If a fan came up to Pogba and be like, hey, yo, Pogba, you're shit. Like, why do you not do this? You need to run more. Pogba, of course, Pogba's just gonna look at this guy and be like, bro, how are you telling me how to kick ball, bro? How are you telling me how to play football with your beer belly, fam? You fat waster. Like, of course, Pogba's gonna be. He's not gonna say it. He's not gonna say that to them because obviously, footballers, they have an image to uphold. They have to, what's it called, PR purposes and all that. He's not gonna say that, but he's probably thinking that in his head. He's probably looking at it like, who's this guy? How is he telling me to kick ball? Like, because at the end of the day, if you make it as a pro footballer, most of the people who go to football games, who watch football games, you're living their dream in it. So at the end of the day, footballers, they ain't got no stress because they know that most of the fans would trade places with them in a heartbeat. Um, most of the fans' dreams growing up was to be footballers. So they just know that, they can just chalk that. Most pro footballers can just sort of chalk that up to, jealousy. It's easy to brush them off from the fans when they just see some drunk fat man just shouting at them. Maybe even if the drunk fat man's being racist or whatever, or just saying, just chatting bears. The footballers, you see them a lot of the time, they can just brush it off. Sometimes some of them are sensitive. Sometimes some of them might, some of them might fight back. A lot of the times you see a lot of footballers, fighting back on Twitter, releasing statements on Twitter, or yeah, because I've heard that footballers, will type in their own name on Twitter and sort of just look at all the comments, look at all the things that people are saying about them. Sorry, in my opinion, that's not the way to go. Like, as a footballer, you just gotta shut everything off. Like, criticism, whether it's a good thing, you shouldn't really be, I'm saying, typing your own name on Instagram, on Twitter, to see what people are saying about you. Because in my opinion, that just screams insecurity. In my opinion, if you're secure in yourself, if you know that you're a baller, hey, you just leave that all. You just leave that up to everyone else. You let your social media manager handle that. If you become a pro footballer, you just let other people handle that side, and you just focus on the pitch. Because like I said, if you're the type of footballer to type in your name, do all of that, look at what people are saying, it just screams insecurity. When you're secure, when you know you're a baller, let's take someone like Cole Palmer, for example. Cole Palmer, he knows he's the guy in it. He knows he's what I'm saying, he's ice cold. He knows how good he is. I can't imagine him, being one of them ballers, looking on the internet, tapping up his name, because he knows how good he is. People say that he's too dumb to feel pressure, but he's too dumb to even, I wouldn't say he's dumb. He's just nonchalant. Like, even if you say to Palmer, oh, you're shit, you're this, you're that, you're skinny, you got no pace, you can't shoot, blah blah blah. He's not even gonna take that. He's not even gonna react to that, because he knows he's the guy. Like, he knows he doesn't need outside validation to, he doesn't need people around to tell him how good he is. He already knows, innit? He knows. He came into Chelsea. As soon as he got there, became the guy, got on the penalties, and just basically became their main player. So in my opinion, that's how you do it. That's how you do it with criticism. So I hope you enjoyed the vid. I've been JT, and I'm out.